Hi, Taffy here. Today I'm basically going to be answering 3 general questions about poetry that I've received on Twitter today. The first question comes from Andrew, and Andrew wants to know, what if you don't have any inspiration? Andrew, inspiration is non-existent. If you want to write poetry, there are going to be a lot of times when you don't have inspiration and there's no time to sit around and wait for it. So what you need to get used to right now is writing anyway, even if you have to write junk like this is totally stupid and I don't know why I'm a writer, blah 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 blah. Something's gonna come eventually, but you need to be writing. So just pretend inspiration doesn't exist. Next, Maria wants to know, should poems be long or short? Well, it depends. Because it really does depend. If you're pondering something that's really super deep, or telling a story that's really long, then you're probably going to want a longer poem. But then again, some concepts, even if they are super deep, are better in just short, simple words. So I guess if you're really unsure, just try both ways and pick the poem that you think better slaps. You know? Finally, Caitlin wants to know, does a poem need to have a certain structure? Nope. Poetry could... It really depends. Like, if you want it to have, like, a rhythm, then you should go ahead and do that. But sometimes it's better just to have a free verse with no rhythm or structure or anything. It just really depends on the poem. And there are a bunch of different types of structures: cinquains, limericks, sonnets. Limericks are like really funny. I suggest, even if you're not a funny writer, you should still try to write a limerick just for the fun of it, because it is really fun. If I wrote a limerick once, if I had thought of that earlier, I would have dug it out from wherever it is right now and read it to you, but I have no idea where it is. Now, something I want to say is avoid cliche. Hey, that rhymed. I'm in a poetry mood. Avoid cliche, though. Like, roses are red, violets are blue. Those are dead words. Don't use them. Don't use cliches. People want originality. So no cliches. And no flowery language. It just doesn't work. Like, when you're writing fiction, it's good to have a lot of description, whether it enhances your story or not, just so your reader can picture. But in poetry, unless it actually benefits the poem, like, read the poem without that and see if it still sounds good. If it does, take it out. You want the least amount of description possible in poetry. And some people think that poetry is more spur of the moment stuff. It isn't. You need to edit and you need to revise. It's essential. Last of all, I want to recommend a really good book for teen poets. It's called Immersed in Verse, and it's by Alan Wolfe. And it's illustrated by Tuesday Morning. Yeah. I suspect that's a pseudonym. I don't know. Anyways, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you very much. And I'll be back tomorrow. I do have my poetry and fiction prompts for today in my first video, which I will link in the description. So if you want to see those, just look in the description. I will link those. Thank you very much.